Wow.
Awesome.
Not bad. I couldn't hear the song, but it sounded sweet on the drums, that's for sure.
Okay, welcome here, everyone. That
Hey.
was a new play along that's going to be coming out with one of our new products in the next couple of months. So we'll definitely keep you informed. That's a funk play along at around 75 beats per minute.
Yeah.
The click track is double time there. But welcome to all you who are here. If it's your first time here, we do this once per week, usually every Tuesday. And we talk about different topics that kind of you guys chose. You guys told us what you had trouble with and what you wanted to improve on. And so then we design our lessons around that. And so we're going to be doing a bunch of lessons today on how to apply 16th note triplets within your drumming. And so we have 6 exercises, I believe.
We do. And
Pull them down here.
most of you guys here have already been here before, but if you haven't, we do give away free stuff at the end of the show.
Yeah.
You got to be obviously on chat and participating. And
We asked some not skill testing questions, but some questions at the end. And so you have to be live and available to answer in the chat in order for a chance to win something.
Yes.
So if you haven't been here before, my name is Jared Falk.
I'm Dave. Dave Atkinson.
Dave Atkinson.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just taking my earbuds here. Hold on.
Sure.
I can hear myself talk properly now.
Perfect.
Great. Okay, can everyone hear us good? Let's just first make sure that. Is my vocal too loud, too quiet? Or do you just... Yes? Too loud? It's good. Cool. Perfect.
That's our third monkey, actually.
We actually have a third monkey here today. We have monkey number 1, number 2, and number 3. And
We're
our third
expanding.
monkey, our third monkey is pushing faders now, making sure that you guys can all hear us and that bass drums aren't way too loud the whole time.
Yeah.
So, and you'll also notice, I don't know if when we were going here, but we also have multicam now. Was that monkey number 2? Was that going? Yes.
Nice.
It says yes, so you guys saw that. No, you can't see the monkeys. Okay.
Maybe
So
someday. but
let me
not-
just get up my
not
thing
today.
here. I actually, you'll see here, I spilt my Coke on this right before we started.
all over the
So-
floor, everywhere. It's
So I'm
brutal.
kind of like, I'm gonna have to baby it and make sure I remember.
Should I just go?
Yeah,
Mine's
maybe
nice.
you should
Mine's
do.
nice.
Okay.
Well, I guess that, like I say, this one is all on 16-note triplets. So I guess we should start out by explaining what
Yeah.
a 16-note triplet is. Jared, what is a 16-note triplet? And what is the difference between that and an 8-note
Well,
triplet?
it's basically how you subdivide the notes. So every quarter note, if you have one quarter note, that is equal to 6 16th note triplets. So it's as simple as that. So in the time it takes you to play one quarter note, in the same time you have to play 6 16th note triplets. And that's if you're filling up that whole beat with 16th note triplets. All the exercises we're doing today are generally full groups, full beats of 16th note triplets.
Yeah.
And we're just going to be moving them around the kit. And so the first exercise is kind of designed for those of you who don't play 16th note triplets or don't even know how they sound within an actual beat. And so Dave is going to show you exactly how that first one works.
Sure, yeah, if you want to pop it up on screen, monkey number 2. What this one is it's just a 16-note triplet roll on your snare drum. You can do it anywhere you want, but this is just to develop the feel of a 16-note triplet. Now, counting 16-note triplets, there's a lot of notes in there, so to actually count each one sometimes is a mouthful. So this is the way I like to do it. I like to count the 8 notes in the actual pattern. And for every 8th note I count, I just play 3 notes on that. So if you see here this 16-note triplet pattern, I would just count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and just play 3 notes for every 8th note I play. So that would sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
Then it'd obviously be smoother.
Yeah,
right?
it'd be smoother.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
Yeah, I was just showing how you would
Right,
count
yeah,
it,
yeah,
right?
no, I understand.
So each 8th note, I just play actually 3 notes, and then you put that together, start off slow, and it sounds like this. That's basically it. You want to start up slow and then kind of progress your way to build your speed, but that's basically a 16-note triplet roll.
So maybe play it with your bass drum going on each quarter note so they could hear how
Sure.
each 6 notes.
Yeah, so
turns
you
over.
can hear the pulse then. And then we do it just
do it
quarter
with
notes,
quarter notes. That
not
was
8th
eighth
notes.
notes. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so that's what they are. Now let's hear it, that exact one, because for all you guys who don't usually incorporate these into your playing, I just want you to hear it going from a beat into the 16th note triplet fill, and then back to the beat. And so if you've never done it before, this is where you start. Okay?
So just on the snare.
Yeah, perfect.
Very basic 16-note fill.
Yeah, great.
Triplet fill, sorry.
Triple, 16-note triplet. So, Dave, are you all right today? You look a little bit tired.
I am exhausted. Today we just
Tell
got
me
our
about it.
shipment in of 8,000 books of drumming system, jazz drumming system, and bass drum secrets, and I had to haul them all upstairs. Me and another guy. It
Yeah.
wasn't fun. Jared was sitting here practicing and warming all
of
up
course.
and
I have
getting
to
all.
practice. Practice is more important.
But I was hauling books up there, so I'm just
Yeah.
beat.
You
So,
could use the exercise.
yeah, I
though.
could use the exercise. It'll be good.
okay. Okay. Next exercise, number 2. For those of you who don't know, we have a sheet music page for you today, which a lot of you may have already downloaded. It's available in the forums. Just go into the general drumming section, and it's one of the sticky topics. And it's within my first post. You'll see where you can download the sheet music. So basically, okay, let's go to number 2. And this is what I get asked a lot because I did a play along a while ago that had some 16th-note triplets played with the paradiddle sticking. And is it on screen there? Yeah, it is. Okay. So you can see how the notes look exactly the same, but the sticking is different. So I'm just going to play it for you with a pulse just to show you exactly how it'll sound. Okay, so you can hear how it sounds a little bit funny. So now what I'll do is I'll play a beat and then play number 2 using the paradiddle sticking as 16th note triplets. And now let's try a little bit faster. And now we can move it. Actually, what I like to do is I like to play the beat and then just play it between the hi-hat and the snare. Okay, and then from there, we can move it around the kit. What are they saying?
just some of the comments are quite humorous. It sounds awesome.
Okay, then the last thing I want to show you guys is how to just move it around the kit and start experimenting with it. So play a beat and then use that as fill. Yeah, so that's one of my favorite things to do.
That's awesome.
Love doing
Sounds
that.
great.
You took my sheet music away.
I took it because you're going to hit it on the tongue.
Oh, it's fine. I can hit
I was looking out for you.
it. Okay. Okay, number 3.
You want to
Okay.
do number 3 too? Number 3's.
Yeah, I'm doing number 3.
Sure, yeah, go for it.
Okay, number 3 is basically, in the last one we did 16th note triplets with a paradiddle sticking. In number 3, I do 16th note triplets played with a double stroke roll sticking, which basically is right, right, left, left. For those of you who don't know. Okay, and so before you go straight to number 3, this one probably is more for intermediate to advanced players, the way it's actually written, because the doubles are actually split over different drums, which is actually something I learned from Thomas Lang in his, I think it's Creative Control DVD. It's his first one, right? Yeah, he's nuts at it. But so this is where you split. It's written where you split the double strokes over the toms. But when you first start out, I recommend just practicing it on the snare drum. So play a beat and then play the 16th note triplets using a double stroke. And so try and get them sounding as even as possible. At first it might be a little difficult, but just go really slow. You know, don't necessarily work on speed right away, but just work on getting them sounding even and getting them sounding consistent and on the beat, which is more important than getting them going really, really fast. Okay, so now I'm going to try number 3. I posted in our forum earlier that I was practicing this one, and it's actually a little bit hard, especially if you're using bigger floor toms or stuff that has more distance in between it. So I'll do my best to play it for you, but I might hit a few rims. Okay? You want to take it from me?
Yes.
Well, thanks.
There you
David.
go.
Okay, so basically let me show you slowly, because I actually need to do it slowly first as well. So I'll show you exactly what it is. Okay, so that's the basic pattern split between the drums. Now I'll play it as a beat and use it as a 16th note triplet fill. Yeah, so that's it. It's a little bit shaky even there. I accidentally played it as 32nd notes or 16th notes one time, but that's the main gist of the beat. So definitely take that one and practice it, and you'll have a lot of fun, guaranteed.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one is a tricky one, especially if you have far apart drums. I was practicing that one a little bit too. It's tough.
Yeah.
Let me go over the next one, and then I guess number 4.
Yeah, number 4.
Do you want to pop up number 4 there? This one here is the pattern for this one is going to be right hand and then 2 left hands to get your triplet feel. A lot of people have troubles with this, myself included, by accenting your right hand because it's obviously my dominant hand. So I usually play my left or my right hand with an accent, which for this exercise you don't want to, because if you notice at the end, the last bar or the last half of the last bar, you'll see it's a crescendo, so you got to build the volume up. So you don't want to have any accents. I'll do my best to try and avoid that. But first, when you're practicing it, you'll notice it goes around the toms. Let's just start practicing it on the snare so you can get the motion. So it's basically right, left, left, right, left, left. So let me show you what that looks like. Okay, so that's the basic pattern. It's very simple. So practice that just on one drum before you start moving it around. You can play that really fast on one drum because you're not having to move your limbs. As soon as you have to start moving around the kit, that's when it gets a little tricky, especially when you're going from the low tom back to the snare. So let me show you it really slow. I'll kind of build up the speed so you can kind of see how it sounds. So you see I still have a little bit of an accent there on my right hand. It's kind of tough to get the strength out of your left, so practice that quite a bit. I'll show you what it sounds like in a fill now. So you can change it up if you want, go across the toms in a different pattern, but it's just basically getting that right, left, left pattern down without the accents and building it up with that crescendo. That's the tricky part. So there's a lot of things you can do with that. A lot of people use it in other triplet-based rudiments, but the 16-stroke triplets are a great way to implement them. So.
I always recommend people just, especially with that one, like that's a great exercise and that's a great one to use specifically as a fill. But even if you just want to practice going around using 16th triplets in groups of 3. So, yeah. So you hear, I'm hitting my sticks going around because what happens is you're going right, left, left, right, left, left, and then I'm leading with my right. So my right has to be the first to hit the high tom, and so what happens is the sticks get in the way. So not only is it great it's a great sounding fill, but it's a great thing to practice just for your technique and moving around the drum set faster without making mistakes or clicking sticks like you just heard me do.
Yeah. Well, it's tough to do, but it's great exercise for it. You can
Yeah.
also add dynamics to it, where you do like ghost notes on the snare and move around the toms with your right hand, and that would sound something like.
Yeah.
That's another idea you can do. So there's lots of things you can do with it. It's a great pattern to practice. And another thing to practice is doing left, right, right. So just the same thing but opposite.
Yeah.
But
And that's
tons of
and
exercises.
another thing to add to this exercise here is if you're a beginner who hasn't played any sort of 16th note triplets before, basically when you play an 8th note beat, it sounds like this, obviously. Now, if you can just keep your right hand going like this, and then add 2 doubles with your left hand after every hit with your right hand. Now you're basically taking your 8th note beat and you're playing 16th note triplets. So just with that right, left, left pattern, you can see all the things you can do. So we've written out, one exercise for you. So definitely take it and figure out your own. This isn't the end after you learn that one.
No.
Lots more.
Definitely not much more you can do with it. So
Yeah.
let's move on then, I guess, to number 5. If you want to throw number 5 up. This is one of my more, I guess you say it's one of my favorite fills that I play in my beats. And the reason being is because it's great to break up triplets with your bass drum and your snare and toms. So this one, if you notice, it has 2 bass drums right together. Now you can do the slide technique, you can do heel toe, you can use 2 double bass, or you can just go really slow just using heel up or heel down. That's totally up to you. But what you want to do is you want to break up the triplet pattern with 2 bass drums and then 4 on your sticks, and 4 and 2 is 6, which gives you the triplet. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you're playing this in a triplet feel. A lot of times it's easy to go off of that triplet feel and get into like a straight kind of feel, and that's not what you want to do. So let me just show you how it sounds. I'll do it really slowly and I'll kind of build up the speed on that. So you see how I was doing it just with single pedal for a while, then I went to heel or slide technique, then I just went to doubles when I got faster. But yeah, you can try it with any kind of technique you want to do. And then the actual pattern is going to go from snare, snare tom, snare tom, snare tom again. So let me just show you how the actual exercise is played out.
Nice.
And it's really cool because you end up on the tom, so it's not too hard to actually kick right back into your beats. Let me just do it in a little bit of a fill for you. I mean, experiment with it. You can do lots of different things. You can, instead of just hitting your bass drum, you can hit your cymbal when you hit your bass drum to give it a bit more flavor to it. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's tons of stuff you can do to it, but that's the basic pattern, and yeah, apply it to your kit and beats.
Yeah, you're good at that. That's kind of like Mike Portnoy kind of stuff, hey?
Yeah, I do practice a lot of Mike Portnoy. He does a lot of that.
Dream Theater.
His bag of tricks, so a lot of people say.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't deny it. I admit it.
Yeah, cool. Sounds great. Okay, and the last exercise, okay? We're trying to keep these things a little bit shorter. So we're trying to blast through this stuff rather than having big 40, 50-minute
Yes.
lessons,
Yes.
which are fun. I don't mind doing it, but a lot of people can't even get through the whole lesson because they don't have time to sit down.
Or you people in Singapore or whatever who's up at 3 in the morning or something
Yeah,
watching
exactly.
it. So we're
Okay.
thinking of you.
Yeah, exactly. Anyone who came out tonight, thanks so much. And if you just came, we do this every week. Every
Yeah.
Tuesday, I'm Jared. This is Dave. We basically take your guys' questions and do live lessons on the most popular subjects. And so today we're talking about applying 16th note triplets to the drum set. And we have 6 exercises which we're using to do that. And so we're going to do the last one right now, exercise number 6. And this is played, I wrote it with a beat before because generally I'll play it as a fill. And before each kind of group of 3 16th note triplets, I have a group of 32nd note triplets. So what it would sound like is this. Sorry. Sorry, I gotta get into it. So with the beat, it would sound like this. Yeah, and so you can put that all around the drums. You can go. So whatever you want. But it kind of builds off of having your singles at a certain speed to actually apply 32nd note triplets. But that's just giving you guys a little something that you can work up to if you want.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay, so that's end of the exercises. So let me just get my wet paper out
Your
here.
wet paper. I got mine here.
Okay, I'm just gonna play to a song, Trading Fours. I'm gonna use 16th note triplets in it. So let me just put in my buds, guys, before you fire up the song. So
This play along, by the way, that he's going to play to is on the drumming system.
Yeah.
One of the many play alongs on there. So, yeah, it's pretty sweet. It's a pretty sweet tune to do.
let me just, I'm all tangled up here.
You good?
Yeah. Okay, hit it. Yeah, so that's what you saw when I was playing that. I tried to do a lot of 16th note triplets using the single paradiddle and then obviously just a single stroke roll and then some between my hands and my feet. So simple with that. So now we want to take a few questions before we do the giveaways. Today we have, we're giving away some drumsticks, an HQ practice pad, and actually my rock drumming system, which
Awesome.
is 4 books, 4 DVDs, and a play-along CD.
Yep.
So
question and answers. Anybody have any questions about 16-note triplets or anything in general that we talked about today?
now is your chance. What style of music? Well, the style of music, it can be anything. You can, whatever kind of suits it or whatever tempo you can play it at. So if you're playing 200 beats a minute to do 16-note triplets, you know, a lot of guys can, but they might sound a little bit funny or a little bit off at that tempo. So usually work in between, you know, 60 and 160, 170. I'm not sure. You can do it wherever you want. Wherever it fits, do it. How long does it take? 8-note beats to 60.
What was that question? Sorry.
John Bo, how does it take from your beginner to go from 8th-note beats to 16th-note triplets? Well, basically, I don't know really how long it takes. Everyone is different. When I first started, I was probably playing, you know, for probably 6 months before I even knew what a 16th-note triplet was. And at that point, I had the Realistic Rock book by Carmen Appice, and he has a lot of 16th-note triplet partials in there, played as ghost notes, kind of the way I showed you between the right hand and the left hand doing the quiet notes on the snare, and then the right hand keeping time. And so, you might even be playing them right now, and if you consider yourself a beginner, then I guess you're already doing it. But yeah, everybody's different.
How would you recommend to count 32nd note triplets? That's actually a tough one to explain because I mean there's so many notes in there.
Yeah.
What I do with 8-note or 16-note triplets is I count the 8-note pulse and then I play 3 on each one. So I guess for 16 notes you can do each 16th note 1 E and 2 and just play 3 notes per every 16th note you count. But that's still a lot of counting to do. But that's basically how you can do that. So
Yeah. Vashir says, can you count 8th-note triplets and double up each count as an alternative way to count? You can, but you'll find the easier way, if you're playing just straight 16th-note triplets, the easiest way is to just count the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. If you try and count 1 and a 2 and a, you can do that, but it's just, it doesn't feel the same.
no,
But
it's actually a lot more difficult to
Yeah,
do it that way.
but definitely practice it. Like, in whatever way you find works better, just do that. I've always found just 8th notes, same with Dave. So
One of the questions was how would you build speed with 16-note triplets? And building speed with a single stroke roll is easy. You just practice single stroke roll. But when you want to make sure you're practicing the triplet feel, I would make sure you practice with a click track so you know you're doing triplets because it's really easy to all of a sudden just start doing straight notes. Second, I would practice doing accents on each, I guess we'd say each 8th note, I guess it would be. And the reason why I say that, or one of the triplet, the reason why I say that is because it's another way to make sure you're doing triplets on your roll. Eventually, you want to make sure you can do them solid without any accents, but that's just a way to practice to make sure you're building speed on the triplets. So
yeah, JBS Squeeze, you can definitely alternate triplets between your hands and your feet with these beats or with any beats. We've given you 6 exercises today, and actually one of them actually has between the hands and the feet. But definitely apply it and insert the bass drum wherever you want to. Anyone else? Anyone have any questions? Okay, will you see anything, Dave?
I'm looking.
My first drum kit, if you want to see my first drum kit, you go to drumlessons.com/drum-lessons. There's a picture of my first drum kit there. So drumlessons.com/drum-lessons. Okay? Monkeys are laughing at me here.
Was I using double bass? I was when I went fast. When I was doing slower, I wasn't.
You're such a cheater, Dave.
Yeah, I cheat. I get the same result, but I cheat. So is that cheating? I don't know.
Do you have a girlfriend, Dave?
Yes, I do.
Really? Okay.
Yes. Is that somebody asked that?
Yeah, of course.
Is that car salesman? Who's that?
No. We're using pasty cymbals and Zildjian cymbals. Mainly pasty, though. Yeah. Okay, so I think that's enough questions for today. Now I want to give some stuff away. I want to give some stuff away. So the first question we have is for a pair of drumsticks.
Should I ask a question here?
Yeah.
Oh, hint. Yeah. Oh, we got a hint for this question,
yeah,
too.
just first give the question, and
okay.
Nobody gets it then.
Here's the question. Who is the current drummer for Steely Dan? We have a hint if you guys can't get it, so let's see. Who is the current drummer for Steely Dan? It's not Google.
Google is not the first door, although Google is pretty much everything else.
Alex Bateman, you could have got it if you went to Google.
He just released a new DVD with Hudson Music. Yes.
Oh, here we go. Jonato?
Yonato.
Yonato?
I think that it's a silent J.
Yanato.
Yeah, just like my name.
You win
Jared.
a pair of drumsticks.
Yes, pair of drumsticks.
How does he get them?
Yanato's actually been emailing me.
Oh.
You get him, just email me, Jared, Jared, at railroadmedia.com. Okay? Email me.
Jared, what's the next question? What are we giving away next?
We are giving away HQ practice pad. Do we have one here?
Do you have a
I think
picture?
we
of
do.
it?
My stool keeps squeaking.
No.
No, it's the HQ practice
HQ pad.
Yeah, it's in my opinion, it's better than the EcoPad, although the EcoPad is great because it's economically friendly. But the HQ practice pad is more of a gum rubber type practice pad, something that I do all my practicing on.
Practicing on.
Yeah,
Spit it out, Jared. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Okay, so the question for this one, who is the drummer who is who is the drummer who is part of the American Idol band on the TV show?
Yeah, this is not the drummer that does the American Idol tour, but he only plays on the TV show as far as I know.
I don't know.
Well, that's
Okay.
good. Come on, somebody's got to get this. Great gospel
Teddy Campbell,
drummer.
here we go.
You got it?
I drum there for I'm.
Where?
This guy
Okay,
here.
Teddy.
Teddy Campbell.
Or not Teddy. I drum.
Therefore
You
I
need
am.
to
Oh, I
email
drum
me.
therefore I am.
Yeah, I
Why?
drum there for you. Okay, you need to email me, Jared at railroadmedia.com. Are you throwing it up there, monkey? Awesome. Okay,
Last.
you get a free HQ practice pad. I think that's like 30 or 40 bucks.
It's a little more than that, yeah. And we'll ship it to you for
I'm
free.
not trying to argue with you.
No. You're up on my grill right now, Jared.
Okay, last question. This is for my Rock Drumming System. 4
Yep.
books, 4 DVDs, play along CD. Okay, available at rockdrummingssystem.com for those of you who don't win. Okay, who is known as the drumming ambassador? Who is known as the drumming ambassador? Oh, Yanato.
Yanato wins
You
twice.
can win twice. You can win
Yanato.
twice. Dom Famularo, you are right.
Yeah.
Dom Famularo is known as drumming ambassador. Great. Okay, so that's all the prizes we have for today. For all you guys who came out, thanks so much.
Yes.
The next lesson is next Tuesday. I can't even remember what we're teaching because we've got so much going on right now.
Mhm.
So if you want to check on our Ustream channel or the forum, you can find a schedule, or at freedomlessons.com/live, and you can find out exactly what we're teaching next week. And I know we have more giveaways. I was talking to Evan's Drumheads yesterday, and the guys over there are sending some head packs for us to give away to all you.
Yep.
So definitely stay tuned. We got lots more stuff to give away, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Yeah, sounds good. See you guys later.
All right.
Cheers.
Still running, Dave. You already get up.